Namaste, hello to everyone. My name is Ram Avnur and welcome to Astrological. And today I continue my weekly astrology surveys, and naturally because we're still in the coronavirus crisis, in the midst of it actually, my videos still cover this topic. And I want to begin by saying two things. First of all, these global readings I'm doing are not enough to indicate personal events. In order to understand how these events are affecting you personally, this horoscope must be compared with your personal horoscope. This is how predictive astrology works accurately and professionally. The second thing I want to say is that you would see out there in the internet and in media that many astrologers are bringing their opinions to the table. And I'm doing the same, but I want to say something here. The prediction of the future in astrology is a very, very hard thing to do. It is possible, but you need a very high level of expertise. And even then, even at the best and highest level of astrology, people would still have bias, personal subjective opinions, and therefore I would say that even the best astrologers are correct maybe at about 70% of the time. And therefore take everything I say with a pinch of salt. I am also very curious to see how the situation would continue, and yet, at the same time, I'm going to share my opinion. So first of all, the purpose of this video is to say some things about the generic timeline of the coronavirus situation. Many people are asking me when did it start, when will it over, etc. So again, with a pinch of salt, I will explain certain things here. So first of all, the reason this crisis is happening is because we're having a mix of few rare events. We have a conjunction of Pluto and Saturn, which has started in January, and this happens about every 30 years. However, this particular conjunction, where Pluto and Saturn are together in Capricorn, happens once every about 500 years. The last time it happened was in 1518. This was the catalyst of the coronavirus crisis and the economical crisis we're seeing today. And this angle, this rare, unique conjunction is over. That is why a shift has already occurred, and now we're in the aftermath of this event, which can continue a few months further, but the worst, astrologically speaking, is behind us. Also, the coronavirus was accompanied by a retrogression of Mercury. When Mercury retrogrades, we have buzz on the media. This is why a lot of media-related information and knowledge has been spread about the coronavirus. It was rising the awareness, but also rising the level of fear. And it is my instinct that there is a big chance that in the retrospective, few years from now, we would look at the situation and the contribution of the media to the situation, and we might conclude that the coronavirus was blown out of proportion in a certain way. This is my instinct, and I would like to see what the truth would uncover, what would actually happen. Taking this forward, what are we looking at now? Now we're having other events happening, which is the conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto, and the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which happens once every about 12 years, which is also a meaningful event. However, the energy of Jupiter is positive. So I believe that we are going into better times right now. There is a good reason to be optimistic. However, when I want to go on the safe side and look at all these astrological influences, the official date that I would say that the whole crisis would be completely over would be around the 19th of December 2020, at the time when Jupiter and Saturn leave Capricorn and officially go into Aquarius. Until then, I believe we're going to have aftershocks of this situation, but I believe we're already improving. I'm curious to see the timeline. I also foresee, by the way, that from the mid of May, when Jupiter starts retrograding, we're going to have another harsh time. However, it could be completely unrelated to this crisis because we might move out of the crisis by then, and then something else would happen. Again, predicting the future in astrology brings out a lot of knowledge, but the interpretation is very subject to opinions, and I'm also very curious to see where things would go. On the smaller scale, in this time, we have a conjunction of Mars and Pluto until the 29th of March, and this time is a very good time to be active and positive. So I know many of us are at home, and yet I recommend dynamic activity, sports, a high level of energy and optimism, where in Aries, the uh, sign of energy and activity and initiative, and Mars, its ruling planet, is adding its energy to the situation. And I believe that being positive, warm, and active is going to be very good for each and every one of us, as long as we are not taking out the frustration that we're having from being at home in any explosive or aggressive way. Now, because one of the situations that is arising is that there is so much fear and uncertainty, I would like to offer you a treat and to offer everyone who is interested a brief astrology reading, personal reading for you done online with me, one-on-one, for about 15 to 20 minutes to look specifically on how this situation is influencing you and to see what courses of actions and decisions can help you navigate through this crisis personally in a positive way. So feel free to contact me via Facebook. The reading would be brief, focus on the situation, and the fee would be very symbolic. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'm looking forward to see you soon on next week. Until then, I wish you all a beautiful time and the most positive of emotions possible during this crisis.